This y'all know who I am. I'm Malak. It's my brother Paisley, and tonight we bringing out a topic that been in the air lately, bro. Me and you was here just discussing
Yeah.
just a moment ago about pretty much how people, especially when it come to our people, Paisley, bro. We oftentimes, bro, we like to when we quick to tear each other down, so to speak. But like me and you was talking about earlier, it's also important that we hold each other accountable. So we got to have a fine line between the two. Recently, we see that two well known celebrities, what we would call them celebrities, Puff Daddy and now here recently Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Allegations of sexual misconduct, pretty much on both of their part. But my question is, you know, given the situation, the history and stuff, I mean, I ain't saying there ain't no validity to it, but we can't be quick to tear each other down without knowing the whole truth on both sides of what's going on. Because, they quick to tear down our black leaders. You know what I'm saying? Or the people that we proceed that have impact on the black culture. They quick to tear them down. So what's your thought on that, Kane?
Uh, you right. You definitely right on the point. We are quick to tear one another down. We are quick to side with who's ever dishing out the punishment. A lot of times, but in every case, it has to be examined if you know not necessarily joining in on a punishment and agreeing to it, but
Right,
if it's actually right that the punishment or the judgment is deserved. You know what I
right,
mean? So like in this case and scenario, we talking about Sean Carter or Jay Z, uh, also referring to himself as Hove,
mm-hmm.
Hova. Uh, this same person uh, made a deal, and I'm going to speak on it from the spiritual standpoint. You know what I mean? Always. So in this world, I fully believe. I'm not saying that a person who desire to live a righteous life, a holy life, or honorable life, like they can't be rich or wealthy. I'm not saying it. But I am saying if you go through this specific channel, which is through the industry, and the industry is ran by satanic people, is ran by sexual, immoral people, and it's not even just with Jay Z. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We just came from a point where the guy, I think his last name is Schneider, over Nickelodeon. They had
Okay.
a whole thing about him, how he was being, explicit, illicit with children. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So in that same arena, I think they all connected. So far as him, if you make a deal with the devil,
Right. Right.
within that deal, within the contract, the fine line somewhere in it, he got some insurance on you that if you go against the grain, oh man, we gonna slay you. We gonna put, do a public lynching, public whooping. We gonna strip you of anything that you gained from this contract that you made with the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So on one hand,
Excuse
yeah,
me.
like what really went on? Is it really true what they saying about him? And then on the other hand, it's like, okay, well, what else? We don't know him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We don't know. You know what I mean? Because we not there with him. So, I can speak on the fact that they were talking about that he had some dealings with underage Aaliyah.
Right.
He had some dealings with an underage Foxy Brown.
Right.
To my Jay Z, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's not me speaking on these things to condemn them.
Right.
This just me pointing out this the other side of it, y'all. That's what
My
I
whole
say about it so far, though.
my whole thing is like, and when you look at the situation, what is a 13-year-old girl doing
Mm,
around grown men? That's the
mm,
first thing. And then the second, no, the first thing I ask within what I just said is where are the parents at? What her mother at? What her father at? Her
yeah,
caretaker,
yeah.
her caretaker, a person that was responsible for her guardian. It's the
Hmm.
first, just like the thing that happened with R. Kelly. The girl mama knew that R. Kelly was dating her daughter.
That's crazy.
So
Sick
my
work.
so my whole thing is, where the responsibility? They say the when a candle drip, it starts from the top. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? The oil drip
Mm-hmm.
from the top. You know what I'm saying? So if the
Mm-hmm.
leadership is broken in the household, that's the first person to look at. Boom. Okay.
Right, 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 right.
Although although they this is a young girl, 13-year old, what they this alleged, all alleged,
Right, right, right.
is around this person, right? Or around these
Mm-hmm.
grown men, they don't give a man the right to want to rape them or do any type of sexual harm to them. That means that first of all, you got some stuff messed up in your head.
Right.
That means that you got evil intentions. That means you got evil thoughts. That means that you have something that's broken within inside. If you want to see, if you find a 10-year old attractive,
Mm.
then and then again, people would say just like we spoke about earlier, bro. They'll say, well, my grandma married my granddaddy back in the day. She was 10. I mean 12, and he was 25.
Okay.
But but my whole thing is the society that I was brought up in. You know what I'm saying? I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't view that as something that we should do as men, like underage women, underage girls, like
For real.
and then we on top of that, you they claim they say it's a rape. So
Mm.
everything else, it go out the window. But like I say, like you said when we was speaking earlier, bro. You said you brought up that scripture. You said prove all things. Me and you could be sitting right here on this podcast, bro. They can put out a news alert and say Paisley and you and me, we just robbed the
Mm-hmm.
bank, put it all over the TV news and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's some people right here on. They know that we've been on this podcast, but to the world, we robbed that bank, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm
That's for
saying?
real. That's
So,
for real.
so we got to be mindful of what's being. You know what I'm saying? What's the truth is, but before we make judgment, we got to prove our things. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Before we make, and I'm seeing a lot of our, even though our brothers throwed off in the world, they believe for the most part, they don't believe in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? They don't keep the laws and statutes and commandments. Or none of them. They don't even try. They probably don't even know. As a matter of fact, they shoot him down. You know what I'm saying? They say they God.
Mm.
They put themselves high above God. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Not knowing that when you fall, that's the person you have to come back to.
Mm.
So my whole thing is, man, don't be quick to condemn without uh analyzing the whole situation on what occurred. And then you make a decision from that. And we're gonna go through that tonight. We're gonna read a few articles and we're gonna pull up a few videos for y'all to show y'all that it is and we not over here on her to be conspiracy. They call you conspiracy theories when you uh don't go with societal norms. That's usually what makes you a conspiracy theorist. But we're gonna go into some. We're gonna pull up some articles. We're gonna pull out some things that both Sean Carter, known as Pete, I mean Sean Carter, known as Jay Z, and
Mm-hmm.
Sean Puff Daddy Combs. We're gonna pull out some articles about them on what they was doing prior to all this happening. So
Mm.
yeah, okay.
Indeed, indeed. Peace and blessing to the chat, man.
No,
Shalom, shalom to everybody who tuned in, man. Who gon' tune in? You welcome to drop your comments, your commentary, in the chat, in the comment section. Uh, and we get around to, we're gonna read that too. It's just an open discussion about it. You know what I mean? And we try to gauge these different topics from as many different angles as possible, because it is a major problem in society, family, that people have one track minds, and they only think about things and view things from one perspective. That and the perspective itself need to be enlarged. So when we talking about, we sharing the meeting of the minds tonight,
for sure.
on Strictly Biz podcast, along with y'all. Drop a seven in the comment too. Drop the seven. I forgot to say that. Drop the seven in the comments if the audio coming through clearly. When you come in, bring that peace with you, man. Bring that peace with you. It's gonna return to you. You got it, Shim.
But yeah, so I want y'all to understand something. That look, when you look at artists like Elvis Presley,
Bring it on.
He married an underage girl, had a child with this girl.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody batted an eye.
Mm.
Now, then again, I do not. I'm not justifying anyone up here. I'm not saying that I agree with Jay Z. I'm not saying that. I have no dog in the fight.
Mm.
I'm going strictly off what it is, strictly facts, strictly business. Now, when you look at celebrities like Hugh Hefner, he had a plethora of underage girls around him
Mm.
in the
Sick
house.
with it.
Even made a TV show about it.
Sick with it.
But the difference between Hugh Hefner and Jay Z is that Jay Z don't got the complexion for protection.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't. It's a big difference. But with that being said, I want to pull up. I want to share something with y'all. I'm gonna share it with my screen. I'm gonna share an article with y'all. Let's see. Now this is what P Diddy wanted to do. Well, we're starting to do prior to all these things coming about. Let me read. It say Sean Diddy Combs start political party to advance what came?
Black agenda.
The Black Agenda. Controversial rapper. Now, notice that language right there. Controversial. That means that you are a problem. When you
Mm.
start controversy, that means that you are a problem. So you got to be real careful with the language that's being brought out. So it's a controversy. So this he a problem. And entertainment executive Sean Diddy Combs is launching a political organization called what? Our
Our black
Black Party. Combs said the focus is to help advance a political agenda that address the needs of who?
black people.
Combs first announced the news on Revolt TV network on Thursday. He endorsed Joe Biden for president. He said the number one priority is to get Trump out of office. He has to go. We can't allow this man to continue to try to divide us. The people that have the most responsibility and should be scared to death of this man are white people. We on the verge of race war. So that's what he wrote on Twitter.
Mm.
I did stop sharing my screen, right, Kane?
Yeah, you stop.
Okay. So yeah, so boom. That was one reason why they tried to stop this brother. Do you know the implications or the how they make them afraid for black unity? Sometimes you gotta build in silence. Sometimes you can't let them know what you're doing. By him coming right out saying that he want to start his own political party, nigga, we gave you this money.
Mm.
We put you on. And then on
Mm.
top of that, you trying to sue us?
Mm.
He was trying to sue these people. He was trying to sue the tequila company.
Mm.
Before all this took place, P. Diddy had a lawsuit against the tequila company that they settled. I'm gonna bring it out. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna share my screen once again. Here go my screen. It says Diddy settles racism lawsuit against Diego over tequila partnership. The deal will end in which the rapper claimed the liquor maker, his DeLeon
Typecast.
typecast DeLeon tequila brand, and treated it poorly because he was black. He said they treated him poorly because he was black. It said that he reached a settlement to resolve a lawsuit over the Sword Tequila partnership, ending a legal battle that saw the embattled hip hop star and mogul accuse the company of racism. So the very same people that put you on, you got to remember, he never owned Ciroc. They paid him $60 million a year to market that to who? Black people. But the thing was, he was like, man, I want to have my own stake. I want to have my own share in the company. I want to, branch off and do my own thing. But they didn't allow him to do that. Why? Because he didn't realize, just like Oprah, it happened to her. Sometimes you got to get your nigga a wake up call. This just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, it's a glass ceiling for us. Now they gonna let you shuck and jive. They'll let you make rap music, disrespecting your women, glorifying the gang culture. They'll let you do all these things to destroy your community. But the moment you say, you know what, let me start my own political party. Let me get some ownership. Let me own my own tequila company. That way I can employ my brothers and sisters. But like the like the title of the video say, a deal with the devil. You done did all these things. You done got quote unquote got Tupac hit up and shot. You know what I'm saying? They said you know what I'm saying, you done did all these things to destroy yourself. Everybody that worked for the bad boy label made a complaint against you. They said that you treated them wrong. They said that you was, you know what I'm saying, you was unfairly when it comes to contracts. You did people, you milked them dry. You ruined people careers. You did all these things, and the devil allowed you to do these things because he knew he had you by the grip. He knew that the day that you stopped doing his bidding, oh, okay, that's when he was gonna turn on you, and that's what we witnessing, Kane. At least that's what I believe.
Mm. Indeed. You can only get so far, and if you go against the program, you got to pay.
That's just what it is.
You got to pay. So just like I was talking to one of my brothers, Al Solomon,
Okay.
and the subject was about selling, people selling their souls,
Mm.
and bro was uh, bringing it out about how selling a soul is not just this one time thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
okay, you sell your soul, that's it. No, you constantly going through these different channels and activities. Like this thing is long drawn. You constantly doing different things
Right.
to prove or you know what I mean, because you bound by this contract. Uh so just like that, even what he said, it was a deal with that company
Right.
and it fell out. I mean, at some point, any time, because it's only two masters, family. It's only two. You know what I mean? So anything that the Most High give us, the Creator, you know what I mean, the one who created the light, mankind, and everything is righteous, bro.
Mm.
When we deal with Him, His blessings don't come with no hurt like that.
Right.
It don't come with no shame and embarrassment. You know what I'm saying? It don't come with that. But when you lay down and you make a deal with the devil, the word devil itself means deceiver. At some point in time, you gonna be deceived.
Right.
He gonna get his get back. So let me just read this right quick from Luke 4. Luke 4, verse 2. It say, being 40 days tempted of the devil, and in those days he did eat nothing. And when they were ended, he afterward hungered, talking about the Messiah,
Mm-hmm.
Hamashiach. It says, and the devil said unto him, if thou be the son of the Most High, command this stone that it be made bread. And Hamashiach answered him, saying, it is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High. And a lot of times the people going into these deals with the devil, with Satan, or with evil force and the dark side and whoever else, they doing it because they want some money. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? They doing it because they want to, what they perceive to be a better lifestyle. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But it come at a cost. And
Does.
what cost? What cost is a person willing to pay when you dealing with the devil? You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Continuing on to say, and the devil taking him up into a high mountain, showed unto him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment of time. And the devil said unto him, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them, for that is delivered unto me, and to whomsoever I will, I give it. So if you just tuning in and you don't know this, like I said earlier, it's a certain way. I'm not saying a righteous person can't be wealthy.
Right.
I'm not saying it. Like what you said, Shem. You know, you ain't gotta speak about your business plan in secrecy. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
Right.
gotta put out you flashing these knots, that's how you get robbed. But anyhow, in this case, man, the devil has been given the power to be able to give people power in this realm, in this world.
Right.
So if you didn't reach this certain brink from what I heard in my study, I can't say that they called me, but once you hit the mark of making 1 million, you gonna get a call from them folks.
Mm.
And they trying to see, hold up, we want to bring you in. Which take me back to something me and the family was studying this past Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
If you know who Aaron Russo is, Aaron Russo was the one who made the movie Trading Places with Eddie Murphy in it.
Okay.
And I think Dan Aykroyd. He said the Rockefellers came to him trying to recruit him. The Rockefellers gave him some information before 9/11 happened about how everything was gonna play out.
Mm.
So I'm saying that to say, when you get on the radar of the enemy or the adversary of Satan or the dark kingdom, they know power in you. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, all these guys, all these women, Oprah, all them. The talent that they got is powerful, but they chose to render it to the dark side.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, and understanding that, man, the most of your power is like what we were talking about earlier, Shem.
Uh-huh.
If you got 20 million followers,
Right.
all you gotta tweet or say is, man, I love orange juice.
Mm.
Man, you know how many folks gonna just off you saying that they finna go buy some orange juice, man?
Right.
So you gotta put that in the perspective of all these other celebrities with the things that they've said on platforms, which this become my issue.
Right.
No, I'm not condemning the man or the woman, but I am condemning the spirit that operated that caused that person to be a host and a voice and an influence on people to choose darkness.
Mm.
So the book say, all this power I give to, he tempting the son of the living power. This the devil telling the son of the living power this. So who was we? Verse 7 it say, if thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. So the deal with the devil is, if you worship Satan, which the highest form of dedication and commitment is your lifestyle, that's the highest form of worship. So if you saying, yeah, I'm gonna give these folk these drugs. If you saying, yeah, I'm gonna kill these folk. If you saying, yeah, I'm gonna influence them to rob, and I'm gonna influence infidelity. Yeah, I'm gonna influence the love of money. All about the Benjamins. It's all about the Benjamins.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You done pushed this marker back so far. Bro, it ain't gonna be that easy when you done went 20 miles into the darkness. You think just because you wake up one day and say, I'm gonna make a political party for my people, that all that's gonna go away.
Yeah.
No, bro, you gotta work, like the book say, bring forth fruits meet for repentance.
Mm.
So what we gotta work back through. Listen, the lives is still affected.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how they responded to they talking about Pac's you know what I mean, the assailant who took him out. Just like 8 months ago at first.
Mm.
Then now they saying that he did it. They saying Combs did it, right?
Right.
So now we're looking at that from the standpoint with Jay-Z. Everything that was said about him. Dame Dash. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they I don't know, family, but they hollering about he had a hand in Aaliyah. You know what I'm saying? Plane crashing.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Then like what we talked about earlier. I say this one last thing, Shem, and I'm gonna yield.
No, you good, Ken. Go ahead, bro.
So we talking about John Jones, Philippians 4:13 tatted on his chest. This is the most famous. This dude is recognized as the most lethal, the best UFC fighter. So he most popular because everybody want his spot for one.
Mm.
He went. He retired, took a break, came back, beat Milchick, and when he got the mic to speak about his victory, he said, "Hey, I want to give y'all know what's coming. I just want to give glory to my Savior, Jesus Christ." So now we know, many of us done the research about Jesus Christ, the name and everything, cool. But when we looking at it and we gauging it, the level of popularity and celebrity that this man have, when he say that, So
power
many
behind it. Yeah,
so many, even if they don't know nothing about the Bible, they just go, man, John Jones said it.
right.
So now we're looking at the fact of Jay-Z, what he's saying. Like one of the verses you pull out a lot of times, Shem, talking about that rich man, when he say something,
Hmm.
man, they extol it to the heavens.
They do.
Because I know Jay-Z is worth a billion plus.
Right,
Whatever he say, I'm going, and his wife is.
right,
You know what I'm saying? So whatever dude say, these folk gonna listen to. So just like that, man, if a person not recognizing the seat that they're in, the power and the impact of influence that they have,
right.
you know what I mean? And what is the works to contend with what you've already put out and presented? Big pimping. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Listen, it's a lot of people became pimps and prostitutes based off that song alone.
right.
That's still in rotation. Big pimping.
I'm with you, bro. And then to much is given, man, much is required. You
Talk
know,
to him.
like when we looking at this thing as a whole, the reason why I want to even jump on this subject because a lot of times, especially within our community, again, I want to reiterate that I'm not condoning nothing Jay Z did. I'm not
Right.
justifying nothing he did or him or P Diddy. I'm just speaking facts. When we
Mm-hmm.
look at the likes of like people like Bill Cosby, they say Bill Cosby was trying to buy NBC, fam.
They say that, yeah.
And then they say this woman 40 years ago, 40 some years ago, he
Mm.
put a Quaalude in her drink
Mm.
and did what he did. She came over his house 2 in the morning, 1 in the I don't know, late in the morning, in the wee hours of the morning. Like,
Mm.
what your first you gotta look at the motive behind it. What are you going over this man's house for 2, 3 in the morning?
Mm.
Ain't unless you got a dire emergency that you know what I'm saying. You about to you know what I'm saying. Something just family. I don't know.
You
You,
can't wait. It
it,
gotta
it
be
can't wait. It
important.
got to be very important to to even call a person in this emergency time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, boom, you got to think there. And then you say he put a Quaalude in your drink. I never did a Quaalude before, King, but I'm assuming a Quaalude probably make you pass out or something. I don't know. I never know
Mm.
nobody that did Quaaludes. I'm only this is my first time hearing about Quaaludes, whatever you call them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So they say, so boom, he put it in the drink. You forgot where you at, but 40 years later you remember. Oh, do you
Mm.
only remember when he was just about to buy NBC? And that's
Mm.
what I want our people to understand. Yeah, these people did,
Keep
like
that
with
in
the
mind.
Hollywood and all that. We
Yep.
know that it's
Yep.
wickedness within it. They say, man, come on, man,
That's true.
it's devils at high levels. So
Mm-hmm.
we already know, even to reach that pinnacle, things that you got to do. A lot of people got to get bent over. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it all the way a
Mm.
G. This for
Mm.
real. This strictly business. So
Mm-hmm.
with that being said, now we look at, like I said, when we look at the likes of Michael Jackson, what did Michael
Mm-hmm.
Jackson try to do? He tried to buy, well, not try, he bought all most
Right.
of Sony, all the
Yep.
Paul McCarthy stuff. He was just buying people publishing. He was buying white people publishing.
Too much power.
You know who the Paul McCarthy, them the Beatles. That's one of the biggest
Yep.
bands there is, the most famous bands there is.
Yep.
So Michael Jackson, he started understanding the business side of the
Mm.
music game.
Mm.
And when you can go back even further, you can go look at Sam Cooke. Sam Cooke did the same thing. Sam Cooke
Mm.
said, you know what, man, let's own our own masters. What we paying these people to publish our own stuff, we can own our own publishing masters. He tried to learn
Mm.
the business side of the things, and look what happened to him. Look at
Mm.
Prince.
Mm.
Prince said what he wanted to be free. He always talked about being a slave to a
Mm.
contract. But the moment he
Mm-hmm.
bought himself out his contract, what happened? You can look at Young Dolph. You can look at
Mm.
all these things that happen. You can look at all these things that happen. Don't think that they just strategic just happen out of nowhere. Nah, man.
Mm.
Like Paisley was bringing out. Once you make a deal with the devil, it ain't no quitting until he say stop. And when he say stop, is when you in the grave or you get humiliated in front of everybody.
Mm. Real.
Kanye West tried to tell him, Kane. Kanye West said, "Look, I ain't killed nobody. I ain't did it. A lot of more celebrities about to come out that you never thought of. They had something. If Jay Z got jammed up,
Mm.
what what you think finna happen? He the top dog.
Hmm.
So what you think finna happen to the small fish?
Hmm.
It's plenty of people, probably your favorite rapper that you never knew that was doing these things, but they was
Hmm.
doing these things.
Hmm. Hmm.
And now that Jay Z trying to whip, I'm finna bring out something that y'all probably ain't or probably have. But did you know that Jay Z was in the midst of trying to buy a casino and put it in New York?
Hmm. Bring it out.
This is for real. I'm gonna share this with y'all.
Gaming license to New York City, and Hove wants that license. Yeah, that needs to happen. I mean, that has to happen. Like in the letter, Rock Nation states there's no better location for a Caesar's Palace entertainment destination in Times Square, and I couldn't agree more. Because the reality is, there's nothing in Times Square right now. Like the biggest attraction in Times Square should not be the naked cowboy. Correct. You know what I mean? Like, and imagine flying into New York and being able to stay at the Caesar's Palace Casino for the weekend and partaking in all the fine dining and the Broadway plays. Think about all the jobs that are going to be created from opening this casino in Times Square. Think of all the businesses that will be positively impacted because of all the traffic that's going to be coming through Times Square. That's more money for mass transit. And
Yeah.
Rock Nation said they're going to invest in security heavy, and that's exactly what Times Square needs. Right? New York needs more security, and on top of all that, you have an icon, Brooklyn's own, the greatest rapper of all time, one of the greatest music acts of all time, at the helm of all this, Jay-Z. Newspaper ad, you see several people posting. They're only giving one gaming license to New York City and whole.
Hmm.
You see that, bro?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not the one to be a conspiracy theorist. I'm the one that I'm trying to line this up like, dang, it happened to be a Cosby this way. It happened to
Hmm.
Sam Cooke this way. It happened to
Hmm.
Michael Jackson this way. It happened to
Hmm.
Prince this way. It happened to all these people that always want to seek more than what the devil want to give you. The devil
Hmm.
is not gonna let you be bigger than the devil
Hmm.
because you got to remember, he put you in that position. He control you. Not
Hmm.
saying that this man is innocent or guilty. I'm not saying that.
Hmm. Right.
I'm not the judge. I don't got the
Hmm.
facts. But what
Hmm.
I do know is it's a common thing that every time a powerful, so-called powerful celebrity, especially black man, tries to get away from his slave master, all these things come out. So you don't think that they been knew Jay Z and P Diddy was messing around with an underage girl or raped
Hmm.
or whatever? You don't think they? You think they just
Come on.
found this out 2 3 weeks ago?
Come on with it.
These folks been knowing, and that's what I'm saying, man. Don't make a deal with the devil. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, man, your conscience. You know what I'm saying? He own you. He control you. Now he can manipulate you. But if you stand firm and really get it out the mud and hustle and use your God given abilities to really tap into your true self and reach your, because even when you get the money, guess what? You're gonna want some more money. You get a new car, you gonna want a newer car. You got a big
Hmm.
house, you gonna want a bigger house.
Hmm.
Because you in it for, they have put this, they have, they, the world, when we come into the world, they told us that the ways of life, the luxuries of life are the girls, the cars, the money, the houses, the jewelry. They, it's been put indoctrinated in our head to, man, go forward. So once you obtain that, you start to feel like you somebody.
Hmm.
But who put you there? And that's the question you
Hmm.
got to ask yourself. And that's why this podcast was what came,
Hmm.
doing a deal with the devil. It ain't never in your
Hmm.
favor. It's never gonna work out.
Man,
Real
it
talk,
never works out. It never
for sure,
works out if
bro.
you go that route, man. Oh, I got one more for him.
Go
And
ahead,
you,
Kane.
you definitely on point, man. So, yo, when that man, definitely the melanated man, if you're not educated on this, you can remove us from even being melanated men speaking on the subject. Go look up redlining. Go look up black codes. And I'm saying that because then you will see that there is an actual what is it, strategical plan put in place against a certain people to keep them from reaching or breaking through a ceiling. That's my people.
Right.
This ain't just something that I'm gonna speak on or bro. Listen, You got Caucasian and Asians who compassionate about this subject, more compassionate than a lot of my own people, because
Right.
they seen the history, know the history, stood in the gap, said, man, no, that ain't right for y'all to be doing those people like that. We gonna
Right.
stand with these brown folks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But this is what I got for Sirach 12, Ecclesiasticus 12. You know what I'm saying? But when that man try to break free, expand, get more, because with money, with the resources, you able to change lives. This is why I understood earlier
Mm-hmm.
that when you sign a deal with this world, whether you're gonna be whatever form of celebrity, when you sign that contract, you don't have uh free say so over what's in your bank account.
Right.
This why the majority of the time when you see people giving back, celebrities giving back, the majority of the time you see them coming back giving bikes, you see them coming back giving turkeys for Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You see them doing that type. You don't really hear about them actually doing something impactful. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
really changing somebody's life, unless they going through the same funnel of signing a contract and becoming a puppet too. But Sirach 12:13 though, man, it say, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come now wild beasts? So when you see that dude playing that flute, making that cobra come out that vase, and then that cobra bite him, it's like, hold up, who really gonna be sorrowful about that, bro? You playing with the venomous creature
Right.
who know whose stilo and reputation is that it don't know no honor and loyalty. It don't know none of that. You know what I'm saying? This the same creature, no matter how a person might want to spin it. But the scripture even said that the serpent was what was used to beguile Eve and Adam in the garden. You know what I mean? So it's telling us that if a person is playing with fire, I'm not gonna feel too sorry for you. You know that's fire. Why are you playing with it? So when it burn you, you got to deal with the consequences. Uh, but for it to be definitely something that our people pay attention to, like what you bringing out, which is a very key point, you
Mm-hmm.
know. People had this mindset, like I done heard brothers say before. Well, I'm gonna trick the streets. I'm gonna rap like this so long, and then when I get to a certain point, I'm gonna flip it on them. You
Right.
can't play the devil's game. You know what I'm saying? How you want to? He got his own rules, and you got to agree to those terms
Right.
in order to play the game at all. Yeah, man. So
I'm with you
that deep,
100%,
bro.
Kane. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
to. I'm gonna pull out. I'm gonna share my screen one more time. I'm gonna read this article to y'all that just don't know what happened. They say Jay-Z accused in a civil lawsuit of raping. Do you know how strong that is? You know how much that word alone coming on your name would do to you, especially with a person of his magnitude that got so many business ventures and deals. He got a deal with the NFL. I think he one of the executive people. I think he's over setting up the halftime, NFL halftime. He picked,
Right, right.
yeah. He or at least he a part of the board that picks the people who is going to perform. They said with a girl in 2000, along with who? Sean Diddy Combs.
That's crazy.
This 2000, so it's about to be 20, what, 25, King?
Mm-hmm.
It's about to be 25. So we talking about 25 years ago. So you mean to tell me it took you 25 years? Come on, man. Let's think logical here, y'all. Let's
A
just let's
whole
just be
quarter.
real. I'm not justifying what this man have done. What this is is bad. It's not good at all. What allegedly took place. But what I am saying is that you mean to tell me they took 25 years, right when he was finna buy the casino, huh? These things starting to add up. I'm just telling y'all, like, really pay attention to what's going on. They say Jay-Z, the star rapper and entrepreneur, whose real name is Sean Carter, was accused in a lawsuit on Sunday of raping a 13-year-old girl. See, that alone, like, look how they put it. Raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly. along with Sean Combs. Combs.
So this,
It say
so this starting in prison.
the anonymous accuser. Now
Mm,
we don't know who this person is. This anonymous Paisley and Demario. We just wanted. They just want to rob the bank. Who said that they just robbed the bank? I don't know. Somebody said. We don't know who said it. Now, do y'all know how foolish and ignorant it does that sound? Now, again, I'm not justifying what this man has done. Neither am I trying to vindicate him or none of that. I just want people to open up their eyes and see what the game that's being played up on us. Like we so quick to destroy and condemn each other, and oh yeah, because guess what? Television is
mm,
telling us what to think. It's telling us what to see. It's telling us how to think
mm,
within the word television. It's it man. They tell that the media, music, uh, our forms of communication have a powerful influence on the way we think, on the way I think, and we still trying to get rid of these things. But we in the awakening process, and we knowing what's going on. We not finna get on here and bash our people. Yeah, he a rapist. Yeah, how do we know that they did all these things without proof? Not saying that these people are justified. These people, to me, we know what's going on in the industry. They doing what everybody else doing. But my whole thing is, why wait this long to do it?
mm, mm,
And where were the young women parents at? You talking about they were sex trafficked. Okay, Ukraine is the number one country for sex trafficking, but we just gave them $700 million and been giving them billions and billions and billions and billions. So we ain't trying to. So we can't. You know what I'm saying? The devil is always busy in our ways. Like he plans on us to be ignorant and not know what is going on. So when they do throw things at us, like a dog, like throwing a bone to a dog, we just go for it
mm,
without realizing that man, we destroy each other quickly without even understanding the truth of the matter. Not justifying this brother, like I'm saying, not justifying any of this, but I want our people to stop with the when the media puts something out, we just so quick to run with it without understanding like what was these are billionaires. These ain't no original. These ain't just no local jokers. These are billionaires. Bill Cosby was on his way to a billion. Michael Jackson had a billion. Prince, all these guys. Sam Cooke was music moguls that wanted to learn the business side of everything. This man Jay-Z to my bringing a casino. You know how much money that would have generated, King?
mm. Generate a lot of money
A casino.
in New York. It would generate a lot of money.
So they say the anonymous accused identified only as Jane Doe. That's when you find a dead body, King, and they ain't got no ID, no teeth, no fingerprints, no nothing. No, they Jane Doe then, right?
Mm,
So I guess it's just an alien or somebody saying that he did this. This ain't, you know what I'm saying? So this it ain't
mm,
making sense.
mm,
And I see a lot of people, man, they going for it, but it ain't making sense though. This a Jane Doe. This just if someone was to say, man, I raped them, and they say, well, who was the somebody? Ah, we don't know. It was just somebody. Now, how does that sound?
mm,
It don't sound right. And again, I don't want our people to think that we justifying any of this. I'm just bringing out straight facts to y'all so you can analyze it in your head and make a logical decision on what the hell is going on around
mm.
us. So we won't. Come on now. This is real. I'm gonna stop sharing my screens, King. I just want to, you know,
No, no, that's good information
discuss
for
that,
sure,
bro.
though.
I want to
Yeah,
discuss that. Yeah.
that's good information, man. Um, there's so many ways, man. There's so many things it could be like what we saying, man. It ain't a condemnation. It ain't a justification, but just the information itself of dealing with how and what could be. So I guess in a sense, it's sort of a speculation, but we analyzing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just analyzing what's being presented along with what we know already.
But
And
this
in
should
the
be a
end,
lesson to us. This should be a lesson to everybody. Me, everybody. Like just know that the only true way to obtain real wealth And I ain't even talking about financial. I'm talking about spiritual wealth and peace, man. You want peace in your life. It's just like, just take for instance, let's just say a person out here, he's scamming or whatever he doing, he living a criminal lifestyle. You always got to spend looking over your shoulder. Damn, it's the robbers gonna come. If I'm gonna get set up, it's the police gonna come. You always gotta
Yep.
spend all your time looking over your shoulder. You don't know what's gonna come about this. But man, and then at the end of the day, man, when everything fall apart and you end up incarcerated or you end up on your deathbed, you always say, man, I just want peace. I just want peace. But we've been indoctrinated since we was born, since we was brought here to what? Get money, to hustle, to do these things. Why? Because we empty inside. When you empty inside, you're gonna try to do all these things to fulfill the emptiness, but you're gonna always come back to what? You're gonna still hurt, you're gonna still feel pain, you still gonna feel empty because that was not it. You've been tricked to think that your soul is yearning for money, fame, and all that. The people, the famous people that really got famous, they don't want to. I guarantee you, man, they wish they wouldn't famous. Most of them, because they got to deal. They got to keep up this lifestyle. They got to do these things that they probably don't even want to do. But due to the influences of the world, they got to keep up with the Joneses, and that's just being real, Kane.
They a lot of them end up committing suicide and be on drugs and cocaine, heroin, all that type of stuff.
Right.
But what I leave it with, I do know this for sure though, man. Either way,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the system that's in place right now for anybody to become highly successful right now, and they all connected, not just in America. This with the France, this with the Canadians, this with Australia, this with China and Asia, this with all these countries. They bound together
Mm-hmm.
under the same umbrella as Satan. And so if you wanna make it and achieve a certain level of success in this life, you gonna have to deal with that goat, the Baphomet. You gonna have to deal with Satan. And when you make that deal with Satan, eventually, just like they talk about the brother who had the guitar and he met the devil at the
Boy,
crossroads.
start playing that, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix or whoever, man, you gotta pay the piper in the end. You know what I'm saying? And when you do your research on the piper, you end up finding out that that's Pan, and Pan is Satan. You know what I'm saying? So if you laying down with them, you gonna get up with them fleas with that dog, man.
Right.
Yeah, so a deal with the devil always end bad.
For sure.
Always. And that was one of my points I was bringing for Jay-Z when I brought up John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
John Jones saying what he said influenced. So then you got to look at the song that Jay-Z made, New York with Alicia Keys.
Mm-hmm.
If a person don't know no better, all they understand Jesus to be is that, well, they're supposed to be the Son of God. They're supposed to be the Savior. They're supposed to be the Christ. They're somebody from the Bible. They don't know all the history to shave and the J didn't exist and he really melanated and he got woolly hair. Just the idea of Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And Jay-Z saying his song, Jesus can't save you. And Charlamagne just said it, the top rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You the one of the most powerful dudes off rap.
Right.
And so when your audience hear you say that, when the audience hear, and it ain't gotta be whoever. When these other souls hear you say that, how you impact and influence them? Is it to influence them in righteousness or wickedness? Like I done said, I done said it before. I don't know if I told you before, Shim.
Mm-hmm.
I got a partner, bro. Well, he wasn't my partner. He was just one of the homies from the hood.
Right.
But back in the G, made a song called "Had Up to Here." Bro said he called me, said, "Bro, I go to school every morning, ready to slap a nigga because when I listen to that song." So when he told me that, the Most High dropped in my spirit, like, so this what you want to do?
Mm.
You want to influence somebody to do something evil, or you want to influence somebody to do something right? Man, there's blood on your hands behind there, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So You lay down with the devil, bro, you get what come with it. So the message I'm pushing is, bro, don't lay down with the devil. You know what I'm saying? Don't let these folks fool you like they really feeling 100 and like you were saying. These folks ain't got peace for real. And at the same time, yeah, let us take note, bro. Don't just condemn somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? These folks are trying to make some moves, but however, you didn't got put in the crosshairs with this contract. So now it could be the greatest idea in the world, but because you in this contract with the devil, he gonna make sure be a cap on it every time, bro.
And we seen this, just to interject for a second, Kane. We also saw this, witnessed this with the rapper Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Just 5 years ago, Yeezys, the shoes Yeezys was
Yeah.
popular.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you got a pair of Yeezys, man. You know them jumps was going for like 300-400.
Mm.
But guess what? When he went against the devil, you ain't be, no Yeezys are selling in the store no more. They stripped him from all his and he the one came up with the concept. They took that out. He went from being a billionaire to not even having a $200 million over within a span of a couple weeks.
Mm.
All because he went against the grain.
Mm.
And he even said that Kanye came out and said, man, look, they ain't got nothing against me. They can't do nothing to me. I didn't make a deal with the devil. That's what he said. He said, I didn't kill nobody. I ain't raped nobody. I ain't hurt nobody. So he knew what was going. He
Go
knew
ahead.
he knew what was going on. And even though he did probably participate in activities that was going on as well, but they, you know, he really he even started, even though we know he a little off, he started, repping Jesus. You know what I'm saying? And changing up his music. And once he started to do that, look what happened to him. So don't let these things go over our head, you know what I'm saying, on what's really going on, in this industry. Not saying that these people are innocent, but I'm also saying that, man, look, don't be so quick to condemn our own, because right now this all this is a public lynching. This what's going on. He getting a public lynching, a public humiliation, and it's part of a ritual too. You know what I'm saying? They let them know, like, look, if you ever go against us, so it's some more people about to come next. So the celebrities that you probably love, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people, movie stars, and all these things. Why you think TD Jakes having all of a sudden he want to have a seizure at church? He's shaking in his boots, Paisley. Not to say that I, you know what I'm saying, I want that to happen and I want that brother to be under that type of spiritual attack. Not saying that, but come on, man. What is he doing at the Diddy party?
Yeah, that's true.
It's just what it is. What he doing there?
That's true. I'm going back to what you said about Kanye. No. Shoot, Kanye stood on that stage and said, I sold my soul to the devil.
Yeah, he did.
It's a crappy field. At least it came with some toys and a happy meal. So these folks be knowing what they be getting themselves into a lot of times. And I'm gonna tell you off top, just straight up, really, it had to be like 2009. To my understanding, for me, the Illuminati information really started coming out, bro. It was people seeking. They like, so you gotta kill somebody, you gotta do something gay, you gotta do what to get famous and rich. My no folks were looking for the Illuminati too, because they wanted to. So a lot of these folks want the devil. They want Satan, and they don't care if it mean that they gotta been over 1,000,000 times. They with it.
Right.
They don't care if they gotta kill their own parents and their children. They with it. Because what? It's like where your heart is, that's where your treasure gonna be also.
Right.
So if a person's mind and their heart is on money, if you love anything more than the Most High, bro, listen, you in a danger zone. That's what I'm gonna lay it out. Whoever, include me, if you love anything more than the Most High, you in a danger zone, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, these people, we laying it out on the table, family. So yeah, we got the aspect of it. Yeah, we ain't gonna just jump out the window and condemn them and just say, aha, that's what they get. On another note, we because we don't know them, that's why we ain't gonna do that. We don't know the facts.
Right.
Like they said, they accuse them. On the same token, we don't know these folks. So some of this stuff that happened, man, is deserved. The Most High know. And why he said things that's in secret, everything that's hidden gonna be revealed. So it's like, yeah, you know, we might want to stand up in the name of unity and in the name of a melanated person, but when I'm reading Maccabees, it's telling me about Jason, who one of our own, who really sold us out to these heathens,
Right.
who really wanted to kill us, who went against us. So a lot of these folks who in these positions, I can't feel for them because I can't find where you say, hey man, let's reach back to the old people. Where is, I don't know, but Marcy projects didn't get rebuilt and renovated.
Right.
And like you said earlier, and he told everybody, ain't nobody gotta pay no rent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't
You
seen
doing
that.
that? You right, Cam.
So when you going through your trial and what you did, you don't Paisley, the Mario don't come to mind.
Right.
The little people who made you, who put you in that position because we streaming your music.
Right.
We buying the Ace of Spade or whatever the liquor is that he got. We doing all this. We supporting you to be the foundation for you to get to this point, and then you turn around like, hey, we nothing. Like, nah, bro. Like
And
you
then
get
it's a
what it
time.
come with.
It's a time for reckoning too, King. When you think about the current events that's occurring in the world right now, when we think about the war going on in Gaza, the Middle East, when we think about the things that's going on in Russia with the Ukraine, when we think about the things that's going on with China and Taiwan right now in the
Yeah.
Southeast China Sea, when we think about all these things that happen, a new administration that's coming into power, when we think about all these things that's coming to play, it it's just that right now it ain't the time to really it ain't the time to screw around. It's time to man like to be on point and to get right. But I don't want our people to be caught up in this nonsense of and all these things too. Tactics is used to keep us unfocused, keep us from being focused on like how we need and should be focusing, especially with the
Come
times
on
that
with
we're
it.
living in. So, but I do want to stay on topic and address the situation at hand, and that is the deal with the devil, man. Man, work hard for what you want. You know what I'm saying? Work hard for what you want. Like, put your hand to the plow. You can do any. You can achieve all things that you work for and you put your mind towards. We don't need nobody to put a battery in our back. You know what I'm saying? To do nothing. You know what I'm saying? God blessed her with strength and a mindset to go out there and get it. So as long as you're doing it, you will never go wrong. But if someone giving you something, it's gonna always come with a cost. No one give you something just because or put you in a position. If God ain't put me in the position, I don't want to be in that position. That's just what it is because I know it's gonna come with something where I have to, you know what I'm saying, render over my soul. And then it's left to being with empty because you got to go do this thing again and again. Man, look at some of the when you look at some of these actors and when you look at some of these social media influencers, when you look at some of these celebrities, athletes, man, look at their face, bro. Like most of them, they don't be looking happy. They be stressed the hell out, bro. Cause why? They gotta maintain this type of lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? The
Yep.
scriptures say, man, give me not poverty nor riches. Meaning, man, just I'm cool with being able to take. Now I ain't saying like, man, be in poverty and don't want more. And no, I'm not saying it. Want more. You know what I'm saying? But get it out the mud. You know what I'm saying? And what that mean is, man, if it use your God given talents and abilities to better yourself, and you don't need nobody to validate you, get you none of that. You know what I'm saying? To establish you, man. Once you established by the Most High God, man, that's all it is. Real talk. So I just want to leave our people with that type of mindset. Just know that, man, that with the Most High and yourself, man, you enough. Real talk.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. My question, comments, concern, man, over it before we close it out, man. What y'all saying, man? What say you, man? What y'all really got going? What y'all feel?
That's what's up. Talk to us.
Saying
Talk to
feel
us.
peace and blessing. Peace, bless. First Israelite. I believe that's who it is. Zion daughter. Keanu, Eva, Sativa, 144. everybody who haven't said anything in the chat, but you seeing it, you watching, you looking. Roderick, peace and blessing to you. Only the real Till. Everybody, see Hakeem, Billy. Everybody who in the chat, man. Lenolia, Unique. Everybody, man. Elijah, Gary. Peace and blessing to y'all, man. We just discussing the subject, man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's all we got. But should we could close it out here? I'll I'll close it out with a song, man.
For sure.
Yeah, share my screen. Share my screen. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Dodge truck, sports mode, he know the road, out of town, state to state, I've been doing shows, father with me, keep his entry high, he open door, travel bag, full of soap, they think I'm selling bold, dope boys, came in, all they know is stone, flashlight, fans life, now they dead and gone, straight and narrow, on this path, I keep my hazards on, lot of haters, I ain't tripping, them my shadow clone, bamboo, come with sticks like it's xylophone, ribbon blue, fringes hanging or the tassel on, real June. I got Michael as my chaperone, rap faggots, paint they nails, drowning acetone, gay scoffers, vampires, I'm the day walker, bench press them, 308, knock the weight off them, listen close. It's fiends that had dreams of ball, kings behind them prison walls, thinking they can't get a call. The most I hit your line a couple times, you quickly told the clan, so don't be mad if he don't answer y'all. Ain't no telling, I might post some in my working clothes. Yeah, the fatter people on the uniform commercial code. Last days we really at the end like when the curtain closed. Pass the line, I won't be surprised if the church explode. If it don't grow, that mean it's dead. You got no kill the messenger, the message is repent or burn. I'll pray to the most high. Repent or burn. Karat gold music.
That's how that go, family. Man, peace and blessings to the chosen, man. Till we tap in again, may the most high watch between us, man. Peace and blessings to the chosen, man. Shalom.
Shalom. Can't